He's been cooking feasts where others even fear to tread, showing how easy it is to travel South Africa and how every food choice we make can positively affect the environment and future generations.
Lars, you're the director of the Hayden Quinn cooking show. Very exciting. What's the show all about?
This show incorporates several elements that are known to top billing viewers, but in a very exciting new package. It's about travel, it's about action adventure, it's obviously about cooking. Hayden travels around South Africa in 13 weeks and visits different towns, different destinations in South Africa, really experiencing all that area or city or town has to offer. The added element is all about sustainability. We partnered with Woolworths and WWF, so there is a message of really finding out what happens in an orchard, how does food find its way into the supermarket and then onto our plate.
Hayden was filming an upcoming episode where he and chef Sitram Cavallo cook on top of the Josie skyline.
Hayden, as an Australian in South Africa, how are you finding your time here?
I am loving it. It's incredible. I think the best thing is it's so vast and varied, and every time I go somewhere new it's a different experience, and most importantly I meet some amazing people. We've met incredible people, tasted some awesome food, and every location has just been spectacular. You know, everywhere I go, I swear I will never have to stay in a hotel again. People are offering me their homes, they're this, they're that, stay with me, have a braai, do this, do that. So that's the beautiful thing about this country.
Now, I need your honest take on this. What do you think of our traditional South African dishes?
Well, we just had a little bit of chakalaka, and that I love it. I love it. Did I not say it right?
Right.
It's right. I think the beauty, the same as at home, is that, you know, there's such a multitude of cultures and cuisines, and it's a real melting pot, and that's what I love. I love being able to either walk down the street or meet people that have such different spins on food, and it's the same as at home, but here, you know, it's got that African influence, still has that Asian vibe as well with the Indian influence and Malay. But, you know, for me, that's the food I love. Spicy, punchy, fresh, got a real kick.
For food stylists Claire Winstanley and Caroline Gardner, it's quite a job filming outside a studio.
Ladies, you shoot in so many beautiful and sometimes strange locations. It must be quite a thing to keep the food fresh and preparing it for each and every shoot.
Yeah, well, basically our main job is just to make things look beautiful and fresh. So we're always refreshing herbs, making them look fantastic, traveling with an incredibly large pack of props and vegetables and fresh produce and anything that's just going to make the plate look fantastic.
Through EduPlant, the Woolworths Trust is helping schools and communities create sustainable gardens where they grow good, healthy food.
Hayden, so you really do shoot in some interesting locations. It's day 2. What are we doing right here in the middle of Muldersdrift?
We're actually at one of Woolworths EduPlant schools. So right behind us in the shade cloth there is one of their sort of seedling gardens. It's where the kids learn about planting their own food, how to grow it, and then at the end of the day coming back and cooking beautiful meals in the school canteen.
He shows why responsible farming, fishing practices and informed buying habits do make a difference.
Why did Woolworths want to get involved in the Hayden Quinn series?
We're two organisations that are really passionate about sustainability and advancing the sustainability of our products and our operations. So really what we wanted to do with this program was take Hayden on an adventure so that he could see what some of our suppliers are doing, and really that he could see where Woolworths food's coming from, how is it grown, what are the sustainable farming methods that are being used, and just to encourage South Africans to, you know, if you're not growing your own food, then find out where it comes from and choose responsibly sourced food.
From north to south, east to west, the South African scenery is unrivaled, but the star of the show is undoubtedly the food.
You done with today's location?
We're done with this location, but as you know, there's always more, and you always need a full stomach.
I know.
So I'm going to whip you up a nice, healthy drink that keeps me going on the road, okay?
I like a good healthy drink.
I'll leave you with this big guy, right?
Fantastic. Etienne, you get to shoot at some of the most amazing locations and destinations. What has it been like shooting a cooking show? Very different, right?
Well, it's not that much different. I've been shooting top billing for quite a few years in programs like Pasella, and we do a lot of cooking inserts, you know, in the show. The only challenge was for this show, what we did, we deliberately shot with 2 different cameras. The trick was to combine the 2 cameras with the same feel. The one was to get more of a crush depth of field, especially on the food. Now, the trick is also with shooting food, you want beautiful backlight. It's got to look really beautiful.
A WWF sassy ambassador, marine biologist and passionate foodie, Hayden's recipes factor in taste, health, our lifestyle and its effect on the planet.
That looks really colourful and delicious.
Beautiful, isn't it? What I'm doing is a nice berry smoothie. A few simple ingredients. We've got beautiful Ursha yogurt, frozen berries, some strawberries, a little bit of mint, some almond. Chuck it all in the blender. Voot, voot. Fresh, healthy drink.
I love that. I love the food, but I think it's going to be quite delicious. On your show, in each episode, we get to see 2 cooking scenes. One where you showcase South African cuisine, and another where we get to see your style of cooking.
Well, that's the beauty of it. I get to meet amazing South African chefs, cooks, farmers that love food, but then from that I draw inspiration and then cook up my own dishes. Well, these are some of my magic potions. This first one is maca powder, which is like a Peruvian superfood. Right. And then I have some vital greens. You know, when you're on the road, you know this. Traveling, working, you sometimes don't get all your greens, and this is a powder that has like 100+ greens in it. And then some protein powder.
Okay.
Keep the muscles
That's real. I've got a feel because I mean I saw you on the show and I was like, is that all real?
It is real.
Celebrating local flavours through the show, Hayden lifts the lid on how varied South African food culture really is and encourages us to get out there and taste it for ourselves.
So the wood, is that how you kind of try to learn a few South African languages?
Please don't get me started on the South African language. I am absolutely terrible
I'll
at it.
teach you one. Umuntle.
Muncle.
Yes. You're beautiful.
There we go.
The smoothie is beautiful.
I thought you were no, of course.
Lorna's right. The smoothie's beauty is definitely in its taste.
Cheers. That is really good. When are you going to add those?
Oh gosh, I forgot those.
It's okay. It's because you were looking at all this umuntle.
All the I do that all the time.
This coming Monday night, Hayden discovers the edible greens and seafoods you can forage for along the South African shore and learns how to make sustainable seafood choices.